Now, you might think that teenagers are the only ones who text and drive, but as 7 News reporter Scott Miller learned today, sometimes parents are behind the wheel with a cell phone in their hand. Scott?
Says she's lucky to be alive. Shauna Calloway is old enough to know better, but then aren't we all? Texting and driving kills people, leaves children without a parent. Shauna was texting her 11-year-old daughter, Carson, when she went off the road. When Carson found out Mom had a wreck while texting her, she was devastated. Imagine how she would have felt for the rest of her life if she had waited for a text that never came.
I had driven that road 100 times. I knew it like the back of my hand.
It was dark. Nobody else on the road. What could it hurt?
The perspective as you're texting and driving is so different, but you don't realize it until you come up on something. So this stop sign that I thought was 1,000 feet away, all of a sudden was, 10 yards away.
She lost control, plunged into a ditch, nearly totaled her car, hurt and alone by the side of the road for an hour before she was found. But she was alive. If a vehicle had been in that intersection,
I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here at all. And I don't know that they would be either. And then you think of the repercussions of that and the lifelong guilt if I had injured because of my irresponsibility.
When I asked her why she would share her story on television and open herself up to potential criticism, Shauna, a middle school teacher, said she wanted people to learn from her experience.
Awareness now of how dangerous texting and driving is. Even to this day, I have some very dear friends, and if they know I'm going on a trip, or even to the city or to run to Lawton, they will always say, "Don't you dare pick up that phone."
Seems so simple, driving down the road with or without traffic around you. Just one text won't hurt. Shauna thought that way, but now she knows better. You can't teach what you don't know, and this teacher has learned the hard way. It's a lesson she wants to share with you. Fortunately for her, she's lived to tell the story.
That wreck changed my life because I believe at that point I realized I'm not invincible. I can hurt somebody. I could hurt myself.
We have all seen people texting and driving. Since I started working on this story, you can't count all the people that have told me their story, being rear-ended by a driver, admitting to police that they were texting and driving. More laws prohibiting texting and driving are on the way for sure, but a strong dose of reality and common sense may help even more.